Hey Libra, happy February 2018. Hope you're doing fantastic. This is Dark Dove Tarot. Let's get started here. I'm going to shuffle quite a bit as we're going. Okay. And actually a card just popped out right this second, so I'll keep that one and we'll keep going. So Libra, hope you're doing amazing. Again, this is for singles and anybody looking to reconcile. Now, I don't do couples generally. I have done private readings regarding relationships, but I don't post videos generally regarding relationships. But if you're strongly against that and want to let me know, then maybe it's something we could fit into like a mid-month reading. But again, this read is for anybody who's single looking for love and anybody who's looking to reconcile. I touch base on both of those, and it's love. I will bring up money. Gosh, your cards are not popping at all. Just the first one. Oh, I say that and then some pop out. So, again, this is for love. If I do sense something about money or job or whatnot, I will bring that up as well. But for the most part, it's going to be about love. So, let's see here. Libra, you had a couple pop out, and then I'll pull some more. This is general, so check your sun, moon, and rising. Some months those may resonate with you more than others. Again, general, so hopefully it resonates with the majority of you, but some months your other signs are going to resonate with you more. Let's see here. I'm just going to pull a couple more and go from there. Oh, any likes, subscribes, comments, etc. are greatly appreciated. So, and if you'd like a private reading, the information is in the description. But again, you know, it's always nice to hear from you guys because then I know what you like, what you don't like, etc. I'm trying to keep these down to a minimum. Oh, more cards just popped out here. I'm trying to keep these down to a minimum. However, I always get talking and then go over. So I'm trying to keep them to 30-minute minimum. But again, sometimes I just keep going, and I apologize for that. So, let's see, one more, then we'll get started here. Then I'm going to pull the theme of the month card as well. So, Libra, hope you guys are doing fantastic. As I said, oh shoot, hold on, just flew across the room. Okay, there you go, that's your final card, and let me pull the theme of the month. And we'll see, oh, that was quick. Your theme of the month is the Three of Wands. That's an excellent theme of the month. A really good theme of the month. The past couple of reads have been, the theme of the month have been what I consider very positive. The Three of Wands is planning, it's growth, it's partnership, it's coming together to make big plans for the future. And this is big plans. These aren't just little plans. These are, you know, things that are really important when coming to love or reconciliation. So if you're single, you know, you have goals, you have relationship goals, whether you're just single and just hopping back on the dating game or whether you've been dating for a while, like this is a big deal to you, Libra. This isn't something that you're shying away from. This is something you really, really want in your life, and you're being, you know, being very tenacious and getting it. So if you're single, this is definitely a good theme of the month because this means there is potential for growth. There is potential for partnership. And sorry, somebody's really loud walking down the street. I don't know how I can hear them in here, but I can. So anyways, well, I guess because they're probably close to my door. But so sorry if you can hear some background noise. But the Three of Wands, if you're looking to reconcile, is about making plans. It's about growing together. So it sounds like some of you have some big plans of maybe coming back together. Maybe you're in communication. Maybe you've been talking. Maybe you're, you know, picking up where you left off. So let's see what the month has to say, and we'll go from there. So coming into the month, okay, coming into the month, you have death. And a lot of people go, oh my gosh, it's not a physical death for the most part. I mean, for some of you, it could be that you're going to face some sort of death. But death symbolizes a change, a transformation, a rebirth, something coming to an end and something new beginning. And I actually like the death card when, depending on where I am in life, because usually it's a chance to start something new and to, you know, pull a positive out of a negative. So if you're single, this is either death of singleton, singledom, however you want to say it. or this is, you know, a change in how you're going about finding love. What I really feel like is two scenarios here if you're single. One is coming into February, you sense that a change is coming, a transformation somehow. You're going to envelop into a relationship that is really what you've had goals, what you've been looking for. And I think some of you feel it, like it's right there on the brink, and you could feel it, you could taste it, but you just can't touch it, if that makes sense. The second scenario here is that this is death of being alone. This is an ending of, you know, maybe a lot of you have not wanted to date in a long time, and you're coming into this month going, okay, I'm going to change that. I'm going to put some effort into this. If this is what I really want, some sort of partnership, then I have to put some effort into it. And so this kind of seems like you've been love or relationships or looking for love or dating has been kind of on the back end. And now you're bringing it to the forefront. You're making some big changes. It could also be changes in your appearance, working out, eating healthier. I don't know. I get the sense that some of you have been like getting a physical or gone to the doctor to kind of see like where you are health-wise. It just feels like changes are coming, big changes that needed to happen. And with that comes a change in how you view love and how you view what you want and how you view dating. If you're looking for reconciliation, this is very interesting because you have the theme of the month, which is about growing, but then you have the death card, which is about a change or transformation. So I think there's two scenarios for you as well. Here you're coming into February knowing that the relationship or that the reconciliation is completely dead, that it will not come to fruition, and therefore you're looking forward and making plans without that person. The second scenario here is that it is a rebirth, a transformation. So it's a death of you guys having no communication, and then arising, you know, from the smoke and ashes is a communication and a rebirth of the relationship. So we'll see what the cards have to say. The next card is your internal card. So how you're feeling coming into the month of February. And you have the Seven of Wands. All right, so this is somebody who is being strategic. This is somebody who's getting their priorities in order. So if you're looking for love, I feel like that's exactly what you're doing right now. I feel like you are kind of, you know, figuring out what you want in life. More of a work-life balance, trying to figure out, and well-being balance too. So it's like you're trying to figure out how are you going to fit you know, love or romance into an already busy schedule. Some of you have a pretty set routine, kids, home, work, etc. And this is you kind of moving, making some space for somebody else to be able to commit. But this is also about, you know, strategizing. So I really think that because some of you are really seeing the big picture or wanting to actually plan for something and you're making these big changes, it's all part of your strategy. Let's say, you know, you've been, you haven't felt good about, you know, your weight, or you haven't felt good about your house is cluttered and you want to declutter. It's almost like you're cleaning out, cleaning up, getting things ready for this big change to come, which again could be just somebody coming into your life, entering into your life. It's almost like you've had all these blocks and now you're kind of ready to bring somebody in. And a lot of the blocks have had to do with just not feeling like dating was something for you right now, needing to take some time to figure out what you want in life, and again, cleaning up some things, transforming some things so that you can embody it when it does come in, so that you can embrace it when it comes time to meeting somebody fantastic. If you're looking to reconcile, this is a defense card. So this can be that maybe you guys do have some communication going and you're feeling like you're having to defend some sort of action, or maybe they're having to defend some sort of action. This is also some sort of strategizing and prioritizing as well. So either you are going to decide that you're going to end the relationship because you're tired of being on the defense. Maybe they're always accusing you of cheating. Maybe they're always accusing you of lying, whatever it is. And you're just saying, I'm done. I need to change. This isn't working for me. I have other things in life I want to do. And you're just not going to be a part of that anymore. Or this is you figuring out how you're going to get that person to come back, how you're going to, you know, figuring out how you're going to approach it to where you guys could have some sort of rebirth or second chance here. So I'm kind of 50-50 with reconciliation. Although if I was being completely honest, Libra, I would think more of it leans towards the death of a relationship and a rebirth of a chance with somebody else. The next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years. It could be, you know, childhood. And it's very interesting because you have the Queen of Pentacles here, which is a motherly energy. This is somebody who's generous, very nurturing. So a lot of times these cards, I always read the distant past because this can deal with your childhood. It can deal with things that either you need to remember and harness and bring those into a current relationship, or things that you need to forget and let go so you don't repeat those patterns and, you know, destroy any chance you have of a relationship because you can't let go of the past. So this energy here, though, is very positive. This tells me that some of you had very loving mother, very loving grandmother, very loving aunt, somebody who along the way showed you what it was like to love. And maybe you don't feel like you've been doing that. Maybe you don't feel like you've been embracing that. And that's where these changes are coming. I don't want to get too much into sidetracking off, but this also tells me, it's interesting that I said about like the physical, somebody going to get a physical, because this may be anniversary of somebody who died. I'm getting like breast cancer or something. But this is definitely like, maybe you're remembering this person and you're going, oh my gosh, you know, I need to take care of myself because this runs in my family. Or there's something going on here where you're remembering some sort of nurturing energy. It could be a father. It doesn't have to be female just because it shows up as the Queen. It can be a father. Maybe you have, this month is an anniversary of the death of a father. It's funny. It's not funny, but it's interesting because it doesn't seem to be, this card coming in the past doesn't seem to be coming in so much as a love issue, as something that's like keeping you from falling in love. This is a very practical and maternal, very generous energy. So it's almost as if some of you are remembering, again, something that was very positive in relation to love, and you're going, you know, I've been missing that for a long time. I've been missing that genuine love, that tenderness. And this is for anybody looking to reconcile or singles. I always read that card together because it's generally not the person you're looking to reconcile with now, although it can be. But the Queen, for some reason, Libra, in this reading is coming off as somebody that you adore, somebody who treated you very well, somebody that you almost want to emulate, whether they're alive or not. And this is kind of remembering, and this is inspiring you to make changes and make love a priority. Again, the 7, that's such a priority, is saying, open your heart. Like this, it almost feels like this is the last thing that you're missing in order to grow, in order to expand this mind, body, soul type balance. So whoever this energy is, very positive. Somebody that I really think you need to embrace their love, or embrace the memory of them this month, because it's going to help along your journey. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past few weeks, past month or so, another Pentacle card. So it could be dealing with an earth sign here. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But you have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is somebody who's kind of sure of themselves, knows where they're going, want to make a lot of plans. So that goes very well with your theme of the month card, the Three of Wands. The Two of Coins is about balance and change. So you have two big priority cards here, because if you literally looked up like textbook definitions of tarot cards, these would have priority listed with them. And the Two of Pentacles is balance and change. A lot of changes here. So if you're single, you are looking at how you're going to balance. You know something's missing, and you know what that is. It's love. And whether it's full love, soulmate love, whatever, you are looking for somebody to have an emotional connection with. Not everybody watching is going, oh yes, I want to find the love of my life right this second. Some of you are like, it would really be nice to spend some quality time with somebody, maybe sit down, have a cup of coffee, watch a good movie, you know, just have good conversation. And others of you are shooting for the moon and wanting to find your soulmate, the person that you're going to spend the rest of your love with. So it's going to be different for everybody. But the Two of Pentacles is saying, look, there is change coming, and it's balanced change. So it's going to be something that's going to enlighten and heighten your life, but not something that's going to take it down. But again, this change I feel like is more inside of you and how you're viewing love and how you're going to emulate that and put that into the universe to get what you want back. And big changes physically, changes, it could even be changes of location. I see somebody maybe buying a house. And then this change right here is going to be more about balancing things out. It's like, you know, Libra, that you're missing that human interaction. Some of you just need that human touch. You just need that connection, that communication, and that's what you're missing, and that's what you're looking for. And the past few weeks or past month or so, you see it. You know what you're needing, because you felt like something's missing in your life. Again, you're only looking for it if it's going to make your life better, or if you only want it if you want it, not if you need it, if that makes sense. You don't need it. You want it. And there's a big difference in that, an important difference in that. If you're looking to reconcile, the Two of Pentacles also talks about change. So unfortunately, Libra, I'm sensing more of you are going to be changing, getting your priorities straight. You've been on the defense for a long time. You've been doing this, and now you're going, that's not a priority of mine anymore. A priority of mine is making changes, and big changes. Some of you already knew the end was coming. Some of you just didn't know how to change it or to put it into action, but I sense that that's coming up, that that's something you're going to have to do. Now, not all of you. For some of you, this could be the rebirth of a relationship, and now you guys are balancing things out and making each other a priority. If you are set to reconcile, that's what I think needs to happen in order for this to come to fruition. This being a Pentacle card tells me that at some point, some of you lost that love, that romance, and it was all about kids and family and work and not taking care of each other. So if you are going to reconcile, you're going to have to figure out how to make your relationship a big priority. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and I like that card a lot, and you have the Four of Wands. So this is happiness. This is coming together. This is, you know, this is the next step. You have the Three, where you're planning and making goals and looking forward and wanting growth. And this is when you hit that stride. This is about happiness. It's about home. It's about having a happy home. It's about building on a foundation. So if you're single, it definitely looks like this is potential in your future. I'm interested to see what the rest of the cards say. You know, to see if this is something that's coming in sooner or later. But this is stability. This is happiness. This is first completion. So the first completion here, if you're dating, is saying, okay, I think you're going to come into the month. You're going to make the change and decide to date again. Or you're going to date one or two people exclusively. And one of those people is going to be this first completion of exiting the dating. For some of you, I think it's going to take a little longer because there's not a big rush here. There's a lot of thought out things. There's a lot of plans you have, a lot of things you want to do, and you really want to find the right person. For you, it's not a rat race. For you, it's not you know, a quantity, it's a quality, and that's what you're looking for. So if you're single, there's big potential here, big potential, but I think you're going to take your time in finding it. You're really going to make this person a priority when they do come in. And I keep saying that word because it keeps coming up, and I apologize if it drives you crazy that I repeat myself, but it just, if the word is there, there's a reason it like keeps coming to fruition. So if you're single, this is happier times coming ahead. For some of you, it could just be dating somebody exclusively. For others of you, it could be, you know, deciding to take the next step and moving in. Some of you, I feel like maybe that's the change, is that you are single technically, or that you're dating, but you're tired of dating, and there's, you know, somebody there that's willing to give the next step a chance, and that's where you're headed here. If you're looking to reconcile, that card is also happiness, but it's stability and it's resting. So again, I think that a majority of you are going to find that the change that's coming is going to be necessary for you to find a happy place, for you to find stability. I still think it's 50-50, Libra, and it's interesting because like Gemini, Capricorn, theirs are pretty cut and dry. I can't remember which. And Aquarius, same. It was either yes or no. Yours is very 50-50 because I think this change is one or the other. It's either changing, ending that cycle, not having that connection, and moving on, or it's a rebirth. And either way, you're going to end up with this, which is really positive. So if it is an ending and you guys are not going to reconcile, which is kind of where I was headed in the beginning, because when I see this death card, that's a big change. That's a huge change. So it's either you guys are getting back together and going to elope and move in together and everything's going to be hunky-dory and happy and you have this stable home that you've been wanting, or it's the death of any possibility of reconciliation, and now you're changing your priorities, looking ahead, and this is what you're looking at regardless of whether it's going to work or not. So very good distant future. I love the Four of Wands. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, next month, throughout February. And you have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is definitely an interesting character because this is somebody who enjoys life, just kind of, you know, not takes it easy, but definitely enjoys the finer things in life, so to speak. Somebody who is very much a listener, very calm, very good at communicating. So if you're single, this is a very good card for the next few weeks, because this is like you're paying attention to whatever the universe is throwing out there. So if somebody came into your life and you're just not quite sure and you're trying to figure out, you know, where they stand, you're really going to be just taking it easy. It's almost like you're going to be the counselor, and anybody who contacts you on a dating site or whatever, you're just going to pay attention. You're just going to listen to what they tell you and listen to their actions too. I used to say that a lot, and I haven't said it as much anymore, but you know, one of the best pieces of advice I was ever given was listen to what people tell you, but not their words. Listen to their actions, because if their actions speak one thing and their words say another, you can tell a lot about a person if you just pay attention. And Libra, I think that's what you're going to do. Libras are calm anyways. You guys are an air energy, and you tend to be more of the calm, cool, and collected. I mean, yes, you can have your moments, but you're pretty, you know, go with the flow. And the king says that this month, that's what you're going to be doing. You're not going to be forcing anything. You're not going to be rushing anything. It's like, you know, it's coming. So you're not going to like freak out. You don't have any chaos here. It's coming. You're just moving along. You're going to head here. You know, happiness is coming. So it's very interesting, because it's like you're set. You've been waiting for it, and you know this big change is coming. I mean, to come out into the month like this, the big change is coming. You know it, I know it. If that's what you want, then you can have what you want. You know, you almost need the magician somewhere here, because then you could manifest it, right? But the king says, don't worry. If you're single, it's coming. Just pay attention. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, you're also listening. You're also in a very calm energy space. However, for reconciliation, this king can be manipulative. So if this person has broken contact, and that's the big change, all of a sudden you guys are in contact again, and maybe it's been months, maybe it's been a year or two, and you guys are back to communicating, but you're still kind of strategizing and on the defense, just listen and pay attention. Again, the same thing. Listen to what they tell you versus what they do, because let's say there was a reason you guys broke up, like marriage or kids. You wanted to get married, they didn't, or vice versa. Or, you know, maybe they never wanted kids and you did, or whatever it is. Maybe they didn't want to commit to a relationship and you did, etc. There's 100 different reasons you guys could have separated, right? But there's a possibility that you could have this again with them. However, there's also a possibility that it's going to be the same scenario. They're going to tell you, yes, okay, I'm here, I do want the kids, or I do want the home, or I do want to get married, or I do whatever. But you have to make sure they're being genuine about it. And you'll know pretty quick. And I think for a majority of you, if reconciliation is possible, then it will be more of a calm type situation. Now, some of you may be going to counseling. I mean, it may be that cut and dry with the king here, that you may say, I'll get back together with you if you go to counseling. Or they may say that. But you'll definitely be listening to each other, you know, if that communication comes. Now, if the change is that you're ending all reconciliation with them, or any potential reconciliation, or any communication, or any life, and you're moving forward and changing things, then this is you deciding that, well, actually, what it feels more like is somebody else is going to come in and have a message. I don't know if it's going to be like a lover or what, but it's almost going to be like you're going to see something throughout February that's going to tell you, hey, you're moving in the right direction. You're going to find out something after. Like if you cut off the reconciliation or any chance of reconciliation, you're going to find out like, hey, that was a good choice because they were lying to you anyways. So again, I feel like it's 50-50 Libra on reconciliation. The next card you have is anything tangible throughout the month of February, and you have Judgment. So anything that you can physically see or feel, could be in the beginning, the middle, end. It could happen for a day. It could happen for 10 days. And you have Judgment. So this is, you know, almost exactly like it appears. This is, you know, making decisions. This is judgment and really thinking about things. So it goes very well with this king. If you're single, you are contemplating dating somebody regularly. You are contemplating, you know, between one or two people that you possibly could be dating. You may not have met them yet, but that possibility is here. The Judgment is say that you're really thinking upon it, though. You're really meditating. Maybe that's what this changes. Like for the first time, maybe you used to rush into a relationship, or you just had that heartstring of, oh, here she's good, here she's good. Like you kind of hoped that everybody was the best. And instead, maybe now you're going, I'm going to assume that nobody's right for me. And then now you're realizing that this one person is right for you. Not that you want to be negative and assume nobody, but like, you know, when you're dating, when I've been dating, I don't go into it going, oh, every person's going to be the love of my life. I do it kind of the opposite. Like, you know, it's going to be the needle in the haystack. And I think that that's kind of how you're approaching it this month. And so when somebody does come in, you're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. This one may be different. This one may be the needle in the haystack. But you're going to be calm about it. You're going to be listening, paying attention to what they have to say. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is all about judgment. This makes me think that the reconciliation is not happening. And the reason that I think that with this judgment is this is looking back and then having conversation on it. And I just get this feeling that that at some point they may communicate with you, why can't this happen? Why are you not interested in getting back together with me? And it's because you just can't overlook past behavior. Now, if you do have a chance to reconcile, or it's opposite, and it is something that you're very much wanting, this is you guys having to delve into the past, as painful as it is, in order to move forward. You won't be able to go anywhere if you don't clear the air between you. The next card you have is anything internal that you'll be feeling throughout the month of February. Again, it could be in the middle, beginning, end. This is internal. This is how you're feeling. So I'm going to caution you, Libra, with this one, because this is a 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Coins, and this is like a sneaky energy. Almost like the card looks a little bit like somebody is spying on you. And I know that's weird, but just watch it. If you're single, and this is how you're feeling. So if you're single, don't go into like this destitution, nobody's out there for me. So if you don't find the person that you're going to meet this month for this is like in the next 3 months. So it could be March, it could be April. Just because you're planning on it, just because you've made these big changes, it may not happen as fast as you want. There's nothing in here that's moving rushed or chaotic, especially with this king here. This is somebody saying, listen, be calm, take it easy, pay attention, find what's right for you. If you really want these big plans, you really, really, really want this, and you really, really want this, don't rush it. So you can if you want, if you choose to, but I would hope you wouldn't. Don't get into that mindset of, I'll never find it. They're not out there for me, because they are. I know, as creepy as that looks, there's somebody on the horizon. And there may even be somebody that you haven't paid that much attention to that you're going to realize is somebody that has a little more promise than you thought. But this right here, just be careful of this energy, because this is internal. So this is you. This is how you're going to feel at some point throughout the month. And it may just be that you meet somebody and they're creepy. It may just be that you meet somebody and you're like, whoa, nope, like they're stalking my Facebook or they're checking out this. So again, but this is generally internal, and this is you kind of feeling like, oh, once again, it's not working, or having some sort of like, you know, poverish in love feeling. And you just don't let that get to you. Keep this positive momentum, because all of this, I mean, these are good things. If you're looking to reconcile, this is definitely somebody being sneaky. So I'm going to go back on my 50-50 and say that generally, I'm going to say that a majority of this at this point, now coming down to this card, is telling me that more than likely the reconciliation's not happening, because this is loss. And so this is loss of love. And I do feel like there is a sense of sneakiness. Like if you did break it off and decide coming into February that, you know, I'm done, I'm not going to reconcile with this person, they may be, you know, watching your every move. They may be figuring out how they're going to get in contact with you. They may be watching your social media pages, etc. So just be careful of that. But again, this is internal as well. And so don't bring yourself down either if, let's say, you're feeling regret about doing that. Or let's say you do think that there's a rebirth and you guys do communicate, but then all of a sudden there's this judgment because you can't get over the past and you guys split up again. You know, just try not to feel this. I know it's easier said than done, because some of you are going to be really hurt and pained by this. But in the end, there's somebody coming in that's going to bring this instead. So the next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. So how you're feeling towards the end of February. You have the Page of Cups. Very interesting. This card has been coming up a lot. It came up for the last two reads, I think, in different spots. But the Page of Cups is a very innocent, childlike, emotional journey type card. So if you're single, this is you seeing things for the first time again. This is you. This makes me really, made my like kind of get like butterflies a little bit, because this is almost like you meeting somebody, like you're going to bump into them, or like you're going to meet them online. It's going to be like, where have you been? Like, I didn't see you there. Now I see you. Because the page is like seeing something for the first time again. And this makes me feel, Libra, like you can see this being a possibility. You can see these plans going into action because you're going to bump into this person. You may physically bump into them. Maybe you're at a concert or something. But all of a sudden you're going to have this emotional, like, I can love again. I might be able to find somebody again. You know, I believe in myself again. I've made changes, and this page for me is very uplifting right here, because this is like at the end of February, you're going to see like the light at the tunnel. So at some point you may have this energy like, oh, it'll never happen for me. It's the same thing over and over. I never meet anybody. It's been years, whatever your scenario is, whatever your case is. And then all of a sudden it's going to innocently like pop in with this Page of Cups, and you're going to be like, whoa, okay, I can see it again. I can feel the love again. So I think that's a really good energy to have, Libra. If you're looking to reconcile, this is very emotional. And so I think you're going to be feeling very emotional regardless of whether you reconcile or not. But this is also a new beginning. This is an innocence. This is it kind of goes along with the rebirth here. This is being able to like see things, know things are going to be okay, not have that toxicity of the negativity. And for some of you, releasing that reconciliation possibility is what you need. Getting rid of that connection and starting fresh and new, like, you know, a baby coming into this world. I know that's terrible, but having that childlike feeling where you see things without the negativity. Like I was telling another sign, standing out dancing in the rain instead of thinking, oh, that's acid rain. Or, you know, before we got to the point where you learn to hate and judge and religion and politics and all these things, seeing the world fresh and new and clear without any of that toxic. And I really feel like if you make the decision not to reconcile and you change, and an ending comes with this Death card this month, it's going to be like a new awakening. Now, again, for some of you, it's going to be a reconciliation, and there may be a child involved. One of you may be getting pregnant, something along those lines. But unfortunately, Libra, I feel like because of this and this coming together, I feel like your priorities are going to change, and you're going to move on and be looking forward instead of back. Your outcome card for the month of February is the Magician. Isn't that funny? Didn't I say something over here about like now all you need is the Magician to manifest it? And that's what you have. So that's you manifesting it. The Magician is an awesome card to have as your outcome, because this is somebody who can take in the world, do anything, turn water into wine or wine into water, whichever way you prefer it. And this is the second and the major, this is the second card, the major arcana beginning. Cycle again. This is about versatility, control, connections. This is about your ability. So if you're single, there's definitely going to be a connection here. There's going to be some sort of connection that will allow you to manifest this. So I love this card for the outcome for you guys for dating or single, anybody, you know, who's looking for love, because the Magician is saying, look, if you want it, then you can manifest it into that. Sorry, I'm going to start shuffling for your clarifying cards. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, the Magician is saying, look, if you want this to happen, make it happen. If you don't want it to happen, then don't do it. But this is about being versatile. This is about saying, I'm able to let go and move on, or I want that connection to stay and we're going to make it happen. There's a major sense of ability in the Magician, because this is somebody who can handle any environment. But it's kind of shaky for you guys, this reconciliation reading this month, Libra, because you have so many, like you're on the defense from things that have happened. You do have plans, you do have priorities, things that you want to happen, but then you have this judgment all of a sudden, and this loss, this negativity. Okay, Libra, I apologize for that. If you didn't hear, somebody came to my door. So anyways, I'm pulling your clarifying cards. I apologize for that. But I do want to clarify this Magician and Four of Wands really quick. That was really loud, so I apologize. My neighbor came over. Sweet, sweet lady. So anyways, here we go. But with the reconciliation, like I was saying with the Magician, you know, it's so 50-50, and then towards the end here, it looks like it's not going to happen. Now you have the Magician, and it's kind of like it can happen. You know who I'm really loving, though, is this Queen of Pentacles. I don't know who this is to you guys, but she seems like a really good lady, and she seems like a really good energy, and I just think that's very positive. And that's very interesting. You have 2 major arcana coming out in your read for your clarifier. So let's see. The Magician here is clarified with strength, which is fantastic. That's patience. That's self-belief. That's self-awareness. So if you're single, that definitely says have patience. Don't allow any of this energy to sneak in that, oh, I'm never going to find it, because patience, it's coming. You're going to have this. It's coming. So if you're single, you know, put out in the universe what you want, still plan ahead, look forward, have positive energy, and have the strength to follow it through. Don't give up. Libra, I really feel like the theme of your month this month should be don't give up. Like, you've got this. You can have this. Don't pucker out, because it's been tiring and it's been exhausting, and you guys have strength beyond belief. You're one of the strongest signs when it comes to being able to, you know, have to muddle through a lot of crap to come out on top. If you're looking to reconcile, this is also patience, but this is strength in knowing that whatever decision you make is the right decision. So whatever decision you make, you're going to get this in the end, and you're going to know, Libra, I think you're just going to have a sense of which direction you should go, whether reconciliation is the way to go, or whether breaking it off and making big changes is the way to go. The last clarifier here is the Fool, which is innocence. Again, that tops off right here with the Page of Cups, because this page is that childlike innocence. However, this is the beginning of the major arcana. This is the beginning of the cycle. You have the beginning, and then the Magician is the second card in the beginning cycle. So it goes the Fool, then the Magician, and the Fool is new opportunities, new beginnings. I mean, that's, if you're single, this is what that is. This is a new beginning. This is a change, new beginnings, new opportunities. This is, you know, opening your arms to the world and letting the universe take control, letting it be organic, you know, really finding what you want. You're going to find somebody who you're going to make big changes with. I think you start the month off with changes, but this person's going to encourage you to fulfill your dreams, to fulfill the goals you want, and they're going to be along for the ride with you. If you're looking to reconcile, I really think this is a new beginning on your own without this person. I think that that it really is going to come down to this being self-sufficient Libra, finding a new love, a new life, a new way of life, and those changes are coming. They're going to be amazing. Again, still your outcome, but I feel like Libra, reconciliation is not in the picture. I think you know that for a lot of you, and if you want this free spirit, if you want to feel the weight of the world lifted off your shoulders, then you're going to have to make the hard choice. All right, Libra, sorry about the interruption. Have a great month. I'll see you next month.